microphone is on. Is it on? Okay, good. I want to tell you just a little bit about myself, and I'm not really great at this, but the Lord has done so many things for me over the years that it's just hard for me not to take the opportunity to share that. When I was 11 years old, my grandmother passed away, and at her funeral, when you're supposed to be sad and behave yourself, I sat in the back and I met a cousin of mine who had gotten married to a lady that was a ventriloquist. Well, I had always been very fascinated with puppets, and we got in a lot of trouble because she was kind of teaching me some things, but we kept giggling in the back of the funeral home. So my mom decided, well, if I could cut up that much in what should have been a very sad occasion, and it was, I love my grandmother dearly, she decided then, we're going to have to see what we can do. And she enrolled me in a school where I could learn ventriloquism, and she bought me a puppet. So probably about 8 or 10 months later, I performed the first time in a church up in Laurel Hill. I feel so sorry for that church because I was scared I couldn't hardly even talk. And if I can't talk, well, my friend can't talk much either. But through that just beginning, very humble beginning, things began to take place. I was in a Christian school, then I went to Christian college. While I was in college, I used the opportunity to go around and perform in churches or in schools to help pay my way through college. And I got to my junior year of college, and Liberty University, which was Liberty Baptist College at that time, they said, when you leave, you owe $1,500. You're not going to be able to come back. Well, I had spent a summer while I was at Liberty. I spent a summer in American Samoa performing with my friend all over the island and singing with a singing group. We had done, I thought, I know I'm in the right place, Lord. You've got me in the right place. Why now in my junior year would you say I'm not going to be able to come back? So I came home, went to work for Leg Sandhurst, and back, kids don't know what that was, but if you know what pantyhose are, I would take the pantyhose and I'd roll them up and stick them in an egg, and I'd put the egg top on it and stick it in a box, and we'd ship those things out all over the world. Well, July 1st, they tell me I can't come back to work because there's no more work. And I go home, tell my parents, I don't know what I'm going to do. I can't go back to school. I've only paid $500 in. And there were so many people that were praying for me. My uncle came to me and he said, look, we're going to take your family to the beach with us. He said, y'all don't have to pay anything. You can just chill out. Try not to be stressed out. In fact, we're going to let you go get the key to the place that we've rented at the beach. You can unpack everything and kind of get it set up. And because I had just been crying like for 3 days because I wanted to be able to go back to college and graduate. So I go down, I put my younger brother, 6 years younger, put him in the car with me, and we head to the beach, get to the beach, go to Dunes Realty, a little place to pick up the key, and head to this house. I begin unpacking in this house, and there's trash in a drawer, in the top drawer of one of the dressers there. And I just want you, before you hear what happens, I want you to know that prayer really does change things. And the Lord works in the most mysterious ways. Just when you think it's not going to happen, things happen. Well, I dump that trash, that drawer, just take it out and dump it into the trash can. And I noticed there's a pair of shorts, so, I don't have any money. I'm not going to be able to buy any clothes. I take those shorts out of the trash can, I hold them up, and I'm thinking, nah, they're not my size. Toss them back in. But I realize there's something in the pocket. I reach in, and there's an envelope. Now, I promise you, no one in my family owned this house. We were just renting it for the week, like most people do when you go down to the beach. I opened up that envelope. There were 4 $100 bills, 2 50s, and the rest 20s to make $1,000. Exactly what I owed to go back to school. Well, I was a good kid, so I rode back down to Dunes Realty, and I told them I found something, and if somebody is missing something and they can tell me exactly what it is, I'll return it. Now, I didn't tell them what it was, but they would have had to describe to me not only that it was 4 100s, 2 50s, and the rest 20s, but they probably most likely would have had to tell me the serial numbers as well. But anyway, the Lord did answer that prayer. I was able to graduate from Liberty University just a few years ago. And now I work for Richmond County Schools. I love going out and doing bullying programs for the schools, but mostly my heart is in the ministry and missions. And we actually did get to spend, I talked about it just a second ago, about 8 weeks in American Samoa, which is way southwest of Hawaii. And there they don't speak the language that we speak, so I had to learn a little bit of Samoan. And I've taught my grandson, he gets to hear us sing sometimes in Samoan. But this skit that we're going to do today is part of what we did in American Samoa, because it is just the most simple and basic message that people need to hear all over the world. And we have to figure out a way to take that message to the ends of the world. So let's see if we can get my little friend out here. He loves to talk about schools. Are y'all excited about school? Y'all back in school? And you love it? Oh, it's so much fun. And you can't wait. You're hoping we'll do year-round school, right? No, I'm just kidding. All right, let's see if we can get him out here.
Hello. That's a good look. Boy, there's some good-looking folks out there. Hey, Connie Fry. How's about a little kiss?
Tony, we're in church. I know it's Saturday, but we're in church and you're going to behave yourself.
Oh, but I like girls.
I know you like girls, and you'll just get me in trouble with that when you start talking about them. How's school going?
Oh, there's girls there everywhere. Oh, the cutest little red-headed girl in my class.
Tony, I don't know about. Let's not talk about girls today.
But she's so cute. I wrote a song about her, and she won't let me sing it to her.
Well, would you like to sing it here today? Wait. I know you. You won't. That won't work well. You'll embarrass me.
Oh no, but it's wonderful. I'll sing it for you. Can I sing it to you? Yeah. Okay. She is so gorgeous.
Okay. Well, wait. Before you sing, what is it you like so much about her?
She's nice.
Is she pretty?
No.
I'm going to leave that alone.
Yeah, you might better.
Well, just sing this song.
Goes like this. Elvira, my heart's on fire for Elvira. Giddy up, papa, papa. Now, giddy up, papa, papa. Now, hi, oh, silver, away, woo! Yeah.
Tony, I think I've heard that song before, and you know we're in church.
So?
And you just told a little story right then and there.
No, I did not. I wrote that song.
I think I've heard it by some other group before.
All right.
Well, you know what, Tony? Guess what?
What?
I am going on a trip.
Really?
Have you ever been on a trip?
I have.
Well, where have you been?
You haven't? Uh-oh. Well, you want to go on a trip sometime? Yep. Me too.
Well, Tony, why don't you tell everybody about your trip? Where'd you go?
Africa.
Africa? Was it exciting?
Oh, yeah, it was exciting.
Did you go by plane?
Sure did. Plain old boat.
A boat? If a storm came up, what would you do?
Well, if a storm came up, I'd throw out an anchor.
But what if a big storm came up?
I'd throw out a big anchor?
Tony, I mean, what if a big storm came up? Then what would you do?
She ain't right. I'd throw out a big anchor, silly.
Now, wait a minute, Tony. Where are you getting all those anchors from?
Same place you're getting all those thorns.
Okay. Are elephants found in Africa?
Found? Who ever heard of an elephant getting lost?
Well, I'll bet you saw some wild animals in those jungles.
I saw a real live lion one day.
You did? Weren't you afraid? What kind of steps would you take in a case of attack?
Long ones, sister, long ones.
But they say if you're carrying a torch, they won't hurt you.
That all depends on how fast you're carrying it.
Well, I'll bet you would be afraid if a man-eating tiger came up at you.
I would be if I was a man.
Oh, okay. Well, did you bag any animals while you were there?
Yep, I bagged a lion.
You did? Why don't you tell us about that?
Okay, once I was separated from my guide, and suddenly the king of beasts appeared 10 feet from me.
Go on.
I bagged and I bagged until he finally went away.
You're silly, Tony. You sound like you were really up in the air on that trip, though.
Yep, I was really up in the air on my trip.
I thought you said you didn't take a plane.
I didn't, but a tiger charged at me.
It did? What happened?
I leaped for an overhanging branch 15 feet above the ground.
Did you make it?
Not on the way up, but lucky for me, I caught it on the way back down.
Tony, I wish I could have seen all those wild animals you saw.
I brought back a lion, a tiger, an elephant, and a pot for it.
What's a pot for?
To cook 'em in, dummy.
Tony, well, I can't wait till I take my trip.
Where are you going?
I'll be taking my trip by air.
How fast will you be flying?
Faster than sound.
That'll be tough on you, 'cause you won't be able to talk.
On my trip, I'll be going higher than the clouds.
You gonna be a lady astronaut or something?
Nope, I'm going higher than the moon, higher than the sun, and higher than the stars.
You're kidding me. You couldn't afford the ticket.
My ticket's already paid for, Tony.
Who told you this?
I read all this in my Bible.
Yeah, I knew you couldn't figure it out all by yourself.
You see, Tony, someday Jesus is going to come and take me to heaven.
How can you go there?
Jesus died on the cross for the sins of all the world, and everyone who admits that he is a sinner and that Christ died for his sins can, by faith believing, have their sins forgiven. That's what makes us ready for the trip.
Well, are you all packed?
I don't need to pack anything.
Hey, Landry. How long will you be gone?
Forever and forever.
Ew. And you won't change your clothes?
No.
Oh, you.
Tony, I'll be clothed in garments of God. What are you?
They'll have to have pretty big sizes up there. Can I go too?
Tony, dummies can't go to heaven.
You're going, aren't you?
I'm a real person. You're just made out of wood.
Aren't you just made out of dust?
But you're just stuffed.
And you're just full of hot air. Can all those folks out there go?
Well, they can if they ask the Lord Jesus to come into their heart and life.
Well, they better get ready. When are you leaving?
That's just it, Tony. We don't know for sure when Jesus will come.
There must be another way to get to heaven if you miss him.
No, the Bible says that Jesus is the only way to the Father and to heaven.
Then that settles it.
To miss that trip is to miss eternity with Jesus forever and forever.
Oh, no.
What now?
Are you going to tell me to get back in that box?
It's just about time, but I was thinking maybe you could sing a song for us. And maybe the kids could sing along too if they know it.
Which one?
Let's see if we can find one here. Luckily, technology is wonderful when it works. Can you hear it?
I can.
Okay. Now y'all sing it if you know it.
He's still working on thee to make me what I ought to be. It took him just a week to make the moon and the stars, the sun and the earth and Jupiter and Mars. How loving and patient he must be. He's still working on thee. There really ought to be a sign upon my heart. Don't judge me yet, there's an unfinished part. But I'll be perfect just according to his plan, fashioned by the master's loving hand. He's still working on me, sing with me, to make me what I ought to be. It took him just a week to make the moon and the stars, the sun and the earth and Jupiter and Mars. How loving and patient he must be. He's still working on thee. In the mirror of his word, reflections that I see make me wonder why he never gave up on me. But he loves me as I am and helps me when I pray. Remember, he's the potter, I'm the clay. He's still working on me to make me what I ought to be. It took him just a week to make the moon and the stars, the sun and the earth and Jupiter and Mars. How loving and patient he must be. He's still working on me. He's still working on me. I can't hear you, to make me what I ought to be. It took him just a week to make the moon and the stars, the sun and the earth and Jupiter and Mars. How loving and patient he must be. He's still working on me. He's still working on me and you.
All right. Well, thank you, Tony. So, how is school going? We talked just a few minutes about that.
I'm not a really good student.
You're not a really good student. Well, have you taken any tests lately?
It's not about the tests.
Oh, well, what's been going on at school?
They say I talk a lot.
They say you talk a lot. Are you not listening to your teacher in class?
I try to, but there's things that distract me.
I hate to ask this. Like what?
Girls?
No, we're not talking about girls.
Okay, like my friends talking, I have to talk back.
Well, the teacher tells you not to, right?
Yeah, and I get in trouble.
And then what happens?
I have to go to the office.
And then what happens?
They call you.
Right, and then what happens?
I get sent to my room.
Okay, so Tony, when you go back to school and you've been in trouble, what do? Do you go and say anything to your teacher about your behavior?
No way, I stay away from her.
What? Well, Tony, what should you do when you go back? What's the right thing to do?
I should, hide in my cubby?
No, that's not it. What do we teach you as far as the right behavior?
I go up there and I'm supposed to say something to her.
Right, what are you supposed to say?
I'm sorry.
Oh, see, how hard is that? It's
Really hard because I'm scared of her.
You're not scared of your teacher. She's there to help you learn.
Oh, yeah, I'm scared of her, but she's cute.
Oh, there you go back on the cute thing again. Tony, this is the one thing I want you to remember when you go back to school. If you've gotten in trouble, then you should go apologize to your teacher. And what's really hard is if you've accidentally gotten someone else in trouble at your school too, then you should apologize to them.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Tony, yeah, that's what we need to do. And if you need help, I bet there are adults at the school that would help you do that.
Yeah, do you think you could go with me?
I would be glad to go with you.
Well, you know what? I know that Jesus goes with me too.
Yes, he does. And you know that you can always talk to him and ask him to give you the strength to go talk to the adults that you need to talk to?
I know it. I just love him. Did you sing a song with me?
What? Well, how are we getting from talking about school to me singing a song with you?
Well, I just like you to.
Which song is that?
How about falling in love? Let's talk about falling in love with Jesus.
Okay, let's see if we can find this on here. When I first fell in love with Jesus, I gave him all my heart. I thought I couldn't love him more than I did right at the start.
But now I look back over the mountains and the valleys where we've been. It makes me know I love him so much more than I did then.
And I keep falling in love with him over and over and over and over again.
I keep falling in love with him over and over and over and over again.
He gets sweeter and sweeter as the days go by. Oh, what a love between my Lord and I.
Just keep falling in love with him over and over and over and over again.
There's a hand that I hold on to through each valley and each trial. There's a shoulder that I lean upon as I face another mile.
There's a love that I can depend on. It's fresh and new each day. And with love my heart is overflowing. That is why I say,
I keep falling in love with him over and over and over and over again.
I keep falling in love with him over and over and over and over again.
He gets sweeter and sweeter as the days go by.
Oh, what a love between my Lord and I.
Just keep falling in love with him over and over and over and over again.
I keep falling in love with him over and over and over and over and over again.
Very good, Tony. Thank you for inviting me to sing with you.
Oh no.
Why, oh no now?
'Cause you really are gonna put me in that box.
It is time for us to go. We have a magician to see.
I want to stay for that.
Well, no, Tony, you do have to go back in the box. But you know, your box isn't that bad.
No, it's worse than that.
Why is it so bad?
'Cause you wrap my legs clear up around my neck, and that makes my nose hurt.
How does that make your nose hurt?
'Cause my feet stink.
See y'all later. Thank you.
Testing 1, 2, 3. All right. All right. Does anybody here like magic tricks? You do? All right. Well, boys and girls, I got to tell you, I don't do any magic. But what I do is I call it illusions. It's not really magic. It's an illusion. You know what an illusion is?
Yeah.
You do? An illusion looks like something, but it's not. It's sort of like economic recovery. It looks like it, but it's not. And so we're going to do some tricks for you. Anybody can do the tricks that I do. You just have to figure out the secrets. And I bet if you look really closely, you can probably figure out some of those secrets as well. I don't do magic, but I believe in miracles. But only God does miracles. And what I do is tricks, a little bit different. But would you like to see some tricks today?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, I got to start out here, and I need to start out every show, and I empty out this pot. And this pot reminds me that God's love keeps flowing and flowing and flowing, and it never runs dry. Sometimes I forget to do that, and it messes up the whole show. So, here we go. All right, I want to show you a little trick to start with. I want to show you how easy it is for a magician to fool your eyes. So watch very carefully. On this side of the card, I have one spot. But if I turn the card over this way, there are 4 spots. And if I turn the card over this way, there are 3 spots. And if I turn the card over this way, there are 6 spots. I know what you're thinking. It's a 2-sided card. How did he do that? Watch very carefully. I'll show you one more time. On this side of the card, there is 1 spot. On this side of the card, there are 4 spots. On this side of the card, there are 3 spots. And on this side of the card, there are 6 spots. Would you like to learn how this trick works? What if I showed you how this trick works? Would you like to see that? All right, you want to see? Watch. I told you that on this side of the card, there was 1 spot, but there's really 2 spots on that side of the card. See, I just cover it with my hand. I told you that on this side of the card, there were 4 spots, but there's really 5 spots on that side of the card. So I just cover one with my hand. I told you over here there were 3 spots, but how many are there really?
2.
Yeah, there's just 2. If I cover the blank spot with my hand, and if I say there are 3, some people will believe me, especially the adults. They're the easiest to fool. I told you that on this side of the card there are 6 spots, but how many are there really on that side?
5.
That's right, there's just 5 spots. Man, you guys are very smart. Now, I don't know about you, but I do this trick so much. Sometimes I go around and I do this trick, and people will say, you know what, Pastor Kevin, I know there was only 2 spots on the back of the card, but when you moved your hand, I'm almost sure I saw 3 spots on the back of the card. And some people say, I know there were only 5 spots on the other side of the card, but when you moved your hand, I'm almost sure I saw 6 spots on the back side of that card. Now, I don't know about you, but sometimes I do these tricks so much, everywhere I look, I just see spots. Okay? You can clap. That's a pretty good trick there. There you go. Boys and girls, when I say attitude check, I want you to say praise the Lord. Attitude check.
Praise the Lord.
Praise. Oh, you know what? I forgot to, I thought I emptied this earlier. This just reminds me that God's love keeps flowing and flowing and flowing, and it never runs dry. Yeah, there we go. Sometimes I forget to do that. Now, boys and girls, I want to teach you a little trick I learned. I had an uncle when I was growing up, and he used to always come up and he would reach behind my ear and pull out a quarter. Do you have a grandpa or uncle or somebody that does that?
Nope.
I like that trick. You know why? Because I got to keep the quarter. Well, my uncle came to me one day and he said, I want to teach you a new trick. So I'm going to teach you the trick. He taught me this trick. This is pretty cool. He said, I have a bag. And inside the bag, I have a bottle of Coke. He said, I'm going to make the bottle of Coke disappear. He said, watch very carefully. I wave my hands over the bag and I snap my fingers because that makes the trick more snappy. And just like that, boys and girls, the Coke has disappeared. Pretty cool, huh? He said, now for an even greater trick, I'll make it reappear. He said, I wave my hands over the bag, I snap my fingers, and just like that, the bottle of Coke has reappeared. Very good. Yes, yes. All right. All right. Y'all know how that trick works? You think you know how it works? How does it work? You think I'm holding it? Oh, man, what's your name? Maddox? That's a good guess, but see, you're not watching the trick very carefully. Watch. You watch again. I'll show you one more time. In the bag, I have a bottle of Coke. I'm going to wave my fingers over the bag, just like this. I can get it down in there. Just right. There we go. I wave my hand over the bag. I snap my fingers because that trick makes the trick more snappy. And just like that, Maddox, the Coke has disappeared. Now I'll make it reappear. I wave my hands, I snap my fingers, and just like that, the Coke has reappeared. Is that pretty good? Yeah. What? You know what? My uncle came, and this is what he said to me. He said, Kevin, would you like to know how the trick works? Would y'all like to know how the trick works? You know what? I said the same thing he said. I said, I think I know how it works. Thank you very much. And my uncle said, how's that? I said, you're holding it with your hand. How many of you think that's what I'm doing? Wow, everybody. Well, you know what my uncle said to me? My uncle said, well, if you know how the trick works, what am I wasting my time trying to teach you for? All right, boys and girls. Ooh. Can you say that with me? God's love keeps flowing and flowing and flowing, and it never runs dry. There you go. Well, thank you very much. Hey, did y'all like that last trick with the Coke bottle? If you like that, you're going to love this next thing. This next thing is a little greater. If you love the Coke thing, you're going to love this. See, it's a little greater. It's a little greater there. Never mind there. Saw it on the internet. It looked cool. All right. I'm going to do an optical illusion for you. This is one of my favorite tricks. I don't know if this does not work on everybody, but we'll give it a try. What I want you to do is I want you to stare at this black dot. When I tell you to, for 10 seconds. Try not to blink. Try not to look away. Stare at it for 10 seconds. It might not work on an angle quite there, but we'll give it a shot. All right, so I'm going to hold it up right here. For 10 seconds, I want you to stare at that black dot. Try not to blink. Try not to look away. When I get to 0, I'm going to count from 10 to 0. When I get to 0, I want you to stare at my head, right at my nose. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Try not to look away. Try not to blink. 3, 2, 1. Now stare at my nose. God's my stage name. Thank you. I like that. Now, how many of you saw something? How many of you saw something? Raise your hand. What did you see? What did you see? My head was growing? I'm an even better magician than I thought, because my wife would say that is impossible. But anyway, so you thought my head was growing. Be honest, how many of you would say, Pastor Kevin, I stared for 10 seconds. I didn't see your head grow. I didn't see anything. Your head was ugly before. It was ugly after. Raise them high. Be honest. Raise it high. That's okay, because statistics tell us this does not work on the smartest people in the room. Well, I don't know. Okay. Well, let's try it again. Let's see if this time we can make my head do something different. Just stare at that black dot for 10 seconds. Ready? Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Try not to blink. Try not to look away. 2, 1. Now stare at my head. Man, she's laughing at my face. You know how humiliating that is? You tell people to look at your head and they laugh at you? I don't know. All right, so what did you see that time? What did you see, ma'am? It got smaller. All right, very good. Sometimes people clap when they see a trick like that, and sometimes they don't. I don't know. You didn't see anything? All right. I'll tell you what, I want to do a little trick for you, and I'm going to look for a little volunteer. I need a volunteer to help me. I'm going to get a girl. Let's get a girl. Right here, you young lady, come down here and help me. All right. Yeah, come up on this side over here. That way you don't fall on that, trip over that water there. Yeah, come right on over here. Stand right over here. Yep. Now, what's your name? Macy. All right, Macy, actually stand right there, right there. Give me a little bit of space there. All right, Macy. Now, Macy, how old are you? Hey, you'll be 9 tomorrow. Well, happy birthday. Yeah, give her a hand. Wow, that's awesome. 9 years old. I was 10 when I was your age. I don't know. Now, Macy, what we're going to do, I'm going to show you one of my favorite tricks, okay? And you're going to help me out. You want to help me out? This, boys and girls, is called the amazing umbrella changing trick. Do you like my umbrella? I brought this as a tie-dye umbrella. Isn't that cool? Yeah. Now, I need you to look in there and just make sure there's nothing in there. Is there anything in there? Nothing in there? All right. Now, we're going to do a pretty cool trick here. We're going to put the umbrella in here, like that. All right. And also, I brought with me my wife's favorite purse. Isn't she fashionable, ladies? What do you think? Is she fashionable? Man, okay. Well, I'm not going to tell my wife you said that. Okay. Now, inside the purse, there are some little scarves. When I hold up the scarf, I want you to shout out what color the scarf is, and I want you to catch it, okay? All right, ready? So what color is that?
Red.
All right, red.
Blue. Purple. Yellow. Green. Orange.
All right, and that's all the scarves in the purse. Now, we have all these different colored scarves. What we're going to do, you're going to put the scarves inside the purse. I'm going to mix them all up. You're going to reach in. You're going to pick one. Whatever one she picks, the umbrella will change to that color. So if she picks the purple one, what color will the umbrella be?
Purple.
If she picks the green one, what color will the umbrella be? It'll be green. So y'all got it. All right, so you put them in there. Got them all in there. Now I'm going to mix them up. Are you ready? Here we go. Mixing them up. Are you laughing at my dancing? Hey, I grew up in the 80s. That's how I mix it up, okay? All right. Now, are you ready? Keep in mind, whatever color she picks, that's what color the umbrella will change into. So just reach in, just grab the first one, grab it, show everybody. You're going to love this trick. It's awesome. The umbrella is going to change into this color. It's going to be great, okay? Ah! Is that the top of my umbrella? What did you do? Are you a magician? Are you sure? Stand right there. Hold on to that. Y'all watch her because she's doing something funny here. I don't know what you just did. That's kind of funny there. Ah! Oh my goodness! My umbrella! I can't go out in the rain like this. I'll get all wet. I don't know how you did that, but we got to fix that. All right, you just hold on to that right there. All right, y'all watch her. Make sure she doesn't do anything funny there. I'm watching you. All right. All right, here we go here. All right, what we're going to do, we're going to put that back in the purse. Put it back in there. Now, you know what, boys and girls? This time, I'm not going to play games. I'm going to get out my magic wand. Now, I got this magic wand for Christmas, and it's a strong magic wand. It's pretty cool. You know what, though? When I got it, I opened it up, and I dropped it, and I broke it. And I had to get some super glue and put it back together. So we're going to use it today to fix. What? Yeah, it was broken, but then I fixed it. I don't know what they're talking about there. But yeah, I know. I broke it, but then I fixed it. I don't know what's going on with these kids here. What?
Just don't move it. Don't move the one. Just look at it.
Just look.
Just like hold it.
Is that what you're trying to show me? It's okay, don't worry. I can fix it. There we go. Now, what? Don't worry, I got it. Now, I'm going to all right, there. All right, forget the magic wand. We're not using that at all. Okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Everybody, hold out your hands like this. Hold out your hands like this. Wave it at the umbrella. Everybody say, hocus pocus. Fish bones choke us. All right. There's some magic words there. Let's see if they work. Are you ready? Do you think it worked? You do? Let's find out. Ladies and gentlemen, just like that, the umbrella has been restored. Very good. Take a bow. Can you take a bow? You know how to bow? There you go. Y'all give her a hand. She did a great job. All right. Boys and girls, I want to show you something here. Oh. God's love keeps flowing and flowing and flowing, and it never runs dry. There we go. Now, boys and girls, I'm going to show you a trick, and I don't usually do this, but I'm going to make a wager with you, okay? I never lose, so it's okay, I can do this. And boys and girls, if you can figure out how this trick works, the first person that figures it out, if you can really figure it out, I'll give you $5. Okay. Oh, he's excited now. Yes, sir. Okay.
We can figure it out. You'll give us $5.
All right, but you got to figure it out. And it's only the first person because I don't have that much money, okay? But don't worry, nobody has ever figured this trick out. Now, I brought with me...
Black box and pull something out there.
Pull something out of the box. What's your name?
Brett Chase Caston. B-I-E-T-T.
Okay, Brett. Okay, Brett. I need you to check this bag and see if there's anything in the bag. Anything in the bag?
Empty.
It's empty, he says. You got to look really carefully. Is there anything in the bag?
Nothing.
He's in the
Just
bag.
a tag in a hand.
Just a tag and a hand. I don't know where the hand is. I don't know. Okay. All right, so there's nothing in the bag. Brett's verified that. Now, the bag, boys and girls, is going to remind us of heaven. And I brought with me a little box. And this box is going to remind us of the grave. When Jesus died on the cross, they put him in a grave, right? Now, inside the grave is this dice. This dice reminds us of Jesus. Where is Jesus right now? He's in heaven. What's he doing there in heaven? He's working, okay. He's working on me. I like that. What else is he doing in heaven? What kind of work is he doing up there?
Making planets.
Making planets. We already made all the planets and stuff. What else might he be doing up there? Making rain, maybe. What do you think?
Making tornadoes.
Yeah, I like that. The Bible says he's preparing a home for you and me. That's right. He says, in my Father's house are many mansions. So he's preparing a home for you and me. You better be careful. You might have to live next door to me. Wouldn't that be fun? You would? Okay, cool. So Jesus is up in heaven, and he's preparing a home for you and me. All right, so what we're going to do, I'm going to show you a trick, and we're going to illustrate that truth with this trick. So we put the dice here, because they crucified Jesus, and they put him in the tomb, right? Right? Let's make sure he's there. Okay? We'll make sure he's there. He's not on this side, not there. But he is on this side. All right, now, see if you can figure this out. Ready? They put him in the tomb. How long was he in the tomb?
3 days.
3 days. So count to 3 with me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And after 3 days, he rose again. And he's not there. Very good, huh?
No, you didn't. Show the other side.
Huh?
Without closing that one.
What do you mean show the other side?
Open that.
Why do I need to show the other side? I already showed you he's not.
It might be on the other side. The dice is in it.
Well, what's your name again?
Maddox.
Maddox. All right, Maddox. I know you think you know how that trick works, but I messed up, okay? Let me try again. Well, don't tell me if you yet. Just let me try one more time. See, he was in the tomb for 3 days, and then he rose again. And he's not there. He's not there. No, he's not on the other side. No. See. No, he's not on the other side. Look, I'll prove it. See, he's not there. He's not there. What? Okay. Listen. See, he's not there. He's not there. He's not there. I'm telling you. I told you he's not there. Where's he at? He's in the bag. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. He's in heaven preparing a home for you. There you go. How did I do it? Nope. Actually not. In fact, if you come afterwards, I will show it to you and prove to you it is a solid piece of wood. But that's a good guess. Is that a good trick? Did you like that trick?
Yes.
God's love keeps flowing and flowing and flowing, and it never runs dry. Although, okay.
Show us the inside of that little thing.
There's water in there. I can't show you. You come up afterwards and I'll show you the inside of it. All right. Now, boys and girls, I'm going to do a trick. I was not sure which trick I was going to do, but I know what I'm going to do now just because I can see what a great audience you are, so I'm going to try something out here. This is going to be great. You're going to like this. Do y'all like card tricks? Anybody like card tricks?
I do.
All right, I'm going to do a little card trick. In fact, you know what, boys and girls? When you see magicians, a lot of times they make stuff disappear. And people will come up to me all the time and they'll say, hey, can you make my wife disappear? Can you make my husband disappear? And I'll say, for enough money, I can make anybody disappear. That's great. Yeah, but anyway. But you know what? What I want to do, I want to make something disappear, okay? Like, let me see. I want you to guess this. I got this card behind my back, and I could make this. If we had one today, I could make this disappear. I guarantee it. It lives in the ocean. It's big. It's what?
A well.
A well. That's right. That's right. You know what? If we had a well, I could make a well disappear. Anybody got a well today?
I don't.
You don't? Okay. All right. Well, what about this? If we had one of these, I could definitely make it disappear. Pirates of the Caribbean, you might have one of these. What do you think? It's on the ocean. What do you think? What do you think? A pirate ship, yeah. Anybody got a pirate ship with them today?
I do.
You do? Wow. Oh, on the ocean. Okay, all right. Well, what about this? They lived a long time ago. They're really big, really big. What? A man, like a dinosaur. If we had a dinosaur, I could make a dinosaur disappear. How about this? Do you see them up in the sky? What do you think? Well, let's go with an airplane. I could make an airplane disappear. I couldn't make God disappear. How about it goes into outer space? What could be that big? Like a rocket ship, I could make that disappear. Well, what about this? You see this in New York City. What do you think? Something. The Statue of Liberty. Boys and girls, if the Statue of Liberty was here, I could definitely make that disappear. Yeah, I know. You know what? I wonder if the Statue of Liberty uses deodorant.